Coming to you live once again from the Flagami studio. Hello, everybody, and happy Friday.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah.
And we are live. Greetings, everybody. I hope you can hear me well. I didn't even get a chance to do a sound check because I was doing another type of check. I was making sure that back there works so we can do a mini teeny lounge. We are sending water wings to all you Floridians. Let me tell you, it rained like I hadn't seen rain in years. We even had a small leak in our roof here. Guys coming next week to fix it up. But yeah, it was a deluge, literally. Young Dave, hey Robert, I like the thumbnail for today's chat. Is that your new boat? No, not necessarily, but that picture I took a couple of years ago. I went out on a boat with a viewer. He has actually has a Winnebago Navion that I've been looking at, and I should put my phone on silent, right? This traveler says closed caption, but I think YouTube does that like automatically. And I've been doing closed captions. I'm trying something new here with some of the Alaska videos. We're doing closed captions. We're doing subtitles, like in other languages. See what happens, Jeffrey Reese says, you sound good, Traveling Robert. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Jurassic World Lover from Ohio. And Kramer IPA time. Yeah, I have two choices actually. I wanted to try something local. Actually, we just went to a brewery earlier today in Coral Gables. The beer was good. The food was really good. But it's one of those places that they charge you like the tip, on the bill, before. And they even have like the additional tip line that doesn't say tip. So you might, inadvertently, especially if you had one or two IPAs, give them a double tip. So yeah, I don't like when they do that. I usually, if the service is good, I usually tip good, and that should be up to me. But anyway, I digress. The beer was really good. It's a new place here in Coral Gables. That Francisco Ruiz, hola friends, saludos desde Ona, Oxnard. Aquí estoy fiel como siempre. Oh, saludos, greetings and salutations. Filling the bridge, the bridge. Maybe I had too many IPAs. Filling the fridge with beer again, Robert. Actually, I have two choices. I went to the local, big box store, and tried to get some more South Florida. There's so many new breweries in South Florida. Trailer Traveling, which, by the way, if you haven't listened to the it was more like a conversation than an interview we had Thursday on the podcast. So cheers to Ottawa, Canada from Trailer Traveling. We had apocalyptic rain this week. Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, I hadn't seen rain that, and it was also like one of those king tides or whatever. So the coastal areas got flooded a little bit. Tab channel, hi there. How are you guys? What are we drinking today? I thought you'd never ask, but. Raul Medina, happy Thanksgiving from San Antonio, Texas. Texas is hot. Making anything special for Thursday Thanksgiving? Well, we might do something called a pavochon, which is it's a turkey, but you make it taste like a lechon, like a roast pork. It's a Cuban Puerto Rican thing. We'll see how it works. So I put them in the freezer here for a few minutes, just so they got a little colder. And this is an old fridge. I have to defrost it at some point. This one is Regatta from Biscayne Bay. That looks promising, especially with the thumbnail that I put on the video this week. And this one is actually something new. I might try this one instead, which is also Biscayne Bay themed. El Farito. Farito is what we locally call the Florida, what's it called? The state park. Cape Florida Lighthouse. Locally it's called El Farito. So I think I'm gonna have this one. It says Southeast India Pale Ale. So let's check it out. And I'll save this one for later. I didn't bring an extra glass, so everybody, cheers from South Florida. Actually, today was a beautiful day. Very, very pleasant in the shade, particularly. So Vicente Lopez, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Saludos from Chicago. Well, Chicago in the house. I want to go back to Chicago. I was watching some videos. I don't know if you guys watch Mark Wins. He does a lot of videos like eating, like everywhere in the world. And he did a Chicago food tour. Now I want to go to Chicago. Gliretta Scott, hi Robert from Mike and Glee. We're camping this weekend in Illinois for a Christmas craft show. Hope to see you in Quartzsite, January 2024. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to Quartzsite because I kind of, I either go to Tampa or Quartzsite. Even though Tampa, it's kind of making it a little hard. So I might just, who knows? Pete Diaz, we just had mojo turkey at our work luncheon delish. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing for Thanksgiving, kind of like. Natalie Driscoll, cheers. Cheers to you. Good stuff. From Sandra Winners, Traveling Robert, my caregiver, Tasha, brother James, is in the hospital. He had one surgery done last night. Now they want to do another surgery tonight on his heart. The family said it was soon to, hoping for the best, But nowadays, heart surgery is so advanced, but still hoping for a speedy recovery. Radus Tufarauk, cheers, Robert, greetings from windy Bay of Fundy. I bet you it's getting cold up there, isn't it? James, have you ever visited the Minuteman National Monument in South Dakota? Very spooky. I was so close, but no, we didn't. 61 Caddy on Route 66. Happy National Hiking Day, Traveling Robert. How's the injury healing? I say I'm 99%. I mean, I've been running 4 miles several mornings. I mean, not running like a tempo run, but a good 12 to 13 minutes per mile. And Gliretta Scott, that's what I thought. You said you might do Tampa instead. Yeah, I got approved for the media pass. I just didn't get approved for the camping on site. So we'll see. We'll see if Winnebago can do something about that. Otherwise, I'll be at the show like 1 or 2 days, and that's it. Amaranto Cabrera, how's everything, my friend? Happy Friday to you, Ilian, Mom, if she's already here. I don't know if Mom is here. I spoke to her like half an hour ago. I was getting ready for the Mini Teeny Lounge. I mean, I was getting the Mini Teeny Lounge ready for Sunday and getting ready for the live stream here. I haven't used that back there in such a long time that, I had to like iron some kinks. Bob Leach is staying at Grayson Beach State Park. Met a couple from Germany and another couple from Austria. Both had their camper vans shipped to the US via Canada and drove down to Florida. How cool is that? I've seen a lot of European campers lately. I guess there's a company that ships them, or especially out west. I saw a lot of them. By the way, Grayson Beach State Park, awesome beach in Florida, and it should be still relatively warm. And when Normand Desrochers, thank you for becoming a Chief Pelican Head. Thank you so much. Jackie Trujillo, hi Robert, everybody, happy Friday and happy Thanksgiving. By the way, happy early Thanksgiving to all of you, since I'm probably not gonna see you until after Thanksgiving. So Jim Foster, National Hiking Day dedicated to everyone you ever wanted to tell to take a hike. Yeah, I do need to take a hike soon. You know, the itch to hitch is real at this point. Remy Pasión, mornings and evenings are now getting colder as the chilly north wind approaches. Does it really get cold in the Philippines, Remy? I would think it's similar climate to us, right? Young Dave, the electric trike review was interesting. Has Illy given it a test ride yet? Just for a little bit. We're going to take it up to Pelicamp, and that's where I think that we're going to do a little more riding. You know, let's face it, we live in the middle of Miami, and the only reason I was able to do that video is because that was like kind of like at the crack of dawn. You know, it was like 7 a.m. on a Sunday. That's when I filmed that video, but traffic here, it's a little hairy, so we're going to take it to a place where there's less traffic. Tommy de Quesada, Robert, eres un caballo. The first time I called a horse, now I've been called a horse before. Thank you for being such a travel inspiration. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, man. Shelby Moore, come to Townsend, Tennessee. We have moonshine bars, free tasting. I know Township is, Townsend is a cool town. That's near the, oh man, I'm drawing a blank right now. Smoky Mountains National Park, the Loop Drive. What's it called? Anyway, someone is gonna remind me here. Having Riz IPA from Rhode Island of Steve Giblin, eyeglasses guy, Illy at Fantasy Fest, Key West, Florida. Fantasy Fest usually happens during Halloween, that same weekend, and they were thinking of it. It's like they're taking all the fun away from things, right? Like they're thinking of making it more family friendly, which, I mean, it's Fantasy Fest. It's never been a family friendly. And Sam, I just read that Miami Beach band, that once a month they do like a drum beating thing, like a drum circle. They banned the drum circle, so what can I say? Not that I ever went to the drum circle, so it doesn't really matter to me. Pete Diaz, the video of the bears grabbing the salmon that you took must have been amazing stuff. Most people will never see other than what you share. Amazing. Yeah, that was a bucket list, one, you know, once in a lifetime thing. Publish Cades Cove. Thank you very much. Cades Cove. Yeah, Pete Diaz. You know. Jim in DC. DC traffic is no problem on a bicycle. On a bicycle, but a trike, it's a little wider in the behind. You know what I mean? Jim B, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Your Alaska videos have been blowing me away. Great job. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like them. And I've had such a great time making them. And by the way, I mean, publicly, you guys are still kind of 2 weeks behind where I'm editing. But I'm getting close to the end of Alaska with the editing. We have 2 more videos from Alaska. Then we do 2 in Canada, and then, or at least 1 in Canada, and then we come back to Alaska. So there are 3 videos of Alaska left, besides the 2 that you haven't watched, unless you're a member or a patron, which you already did. James Gibbons, happy Friday, greetings from Cincinnati, lovely town, good food in Cincinnati. Road tripping for life, will you ever go back to Alaska? Happy Thanksgiving, and probably sooner than later, actually. We have this crazy idea of spending a couple of weeks in winter in Alaska, but we'll see. Jeffrey DeBartolo, is it a Sevierville? They just opened the new Buc-ee's at Sevierville, and it's crazy. Young Dave, the Minuteman site is pretty cool. There's also the Titan Silo in Arizona and the Nike site at the Martin Headlands. Actually, we went to the Nike site in Florida, here in the Everglades, and that was very interesting. Christopher Olson celebrating 35 months as the Chief Pelican Head. I mean, for this one, I'm gonna do a little bell because When is the Train Music House Robert Morales channel? Love that tune. I'm gonna make it a point. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it. I just need to go back to that project and get some footage of the railroad, remove my voice, and it should be relatively easy. But it's like everything. Pete Diaz, thank you for that super chat. Keep up the great job. It's amazing what you do. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I really enjoy what I do. Oh, Trailer Traveling gifted 5 Traveling Rubber memberships. Thank you. Thank you so much, Gord. And Remin Pasión got one. That's really cool. And Linda and Gary D. And Lee Green as well. Don Kelly. Did I miss one? Well, if I missed one, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, baby, say you love me. Okay, what's the range on the trike? Might work well on the C&O Canal. Just saying, I might have to take a. The good thing is it has a good cargo tray in the back, so I can put a jackery in there just in case. We need a generator. Oh, Amy Robinson, that's the other one. And the Cades Cove would be a great on electric bike on the dates. It's close to cars. Actually, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if they consider electric car like a motorized vehicle. That would be interesting to know because the regular 3.0, I could go pretty fast, and I could probably do the whole Cades Cove loop without needing to pedal much. So. Dolores and Bruce from New Hampshire. One of these days we'll go back to New Hampshire. Sammy Chicken. Robert, how did the caravan fare traveling on different road conditions when traveling around Alaska? Well, the Dalton Highway, we bent a couple of things. But then again, I don't think the Minitini 4 was designed with the road, that bad in mind. It's not like we got one of those crazy looking, with the independent suspension off-road caravans or trailers. But it did fairly well. I mean, it's still there. It's still in one piece. We broke the sewer hose bracket. We lost a few screws inside, but other than that, it's almost like brand new. When is the Minitini Lounge show? You said something earlier. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me. I'm thinking not tomorrow. Tomorrow we have many things going on. But on Sunday mid-afternoon, I was thinking like a Sunday matinee, like 2 p.m. Eastern or 3 p.m. Eastern, so it's noon Pacific, and it would be 9 p.m. Europe. And, that might work out. What do you guys think? Skipping around, saying hello from Sebring, Florida, and happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Shelby Moore, close to everything except bikes. That's what I thought. And Sandra Winners, Traveling Robert, greetings and hope you and your family have a wonderful Friday and happy Thanksgiving. Where are you going for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving, I'm going to Mom's. We're going to do like that, roasted turkey at Mom's. I wanted to show you a couple of things that they sent me. This gentleman and sent me this. This is a magnetic mount for a flashlight. That's pretty cool. And I got a book. Where is it? Well, this one you guys saw already. Jeremy Puglisi sent it to me. It's very nice. Where you should camp next. List national park campgrounds. Where did I put it? Hello, Robert. Of all the things I've lost, it is my mind I miss the most. Someone sent me these Blessings on the Byways. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but it is a travel book. It's available on Amazon with pictures and seems to be very nice. And and they're traveling in a teardrop. So it's a travel journal by Tamara Lee. So I would check it out. And then we went by the P.O. Box last week and I forgot. to show you. This week we didn't have anything in the PO box, but this one comes from Dog and Pilot Boys. Very nice letter here, and they sent us a picture of us at the ice bar in Fairbanks, and well, drink Iowa beer. And you know, Iowa is one of my favorite states, like the Midwestern states. Seems like a nice place to live, Iowa. And at least in Des Moines, they have pretty good breweries. Actually, I like Des Moines a lot. I haven't really. And this is another letter I got from Beverly Evans, and very, very nice letter. I'm not going to read it to you because it's like 3 pages, but very cool. And the other letter I got at the PO box was a reminder to pay my PO box. All right, I'm going to reset the chat here because I'm obviously very, very far behind. But Suzanne Smith, hi and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to you. And guess who's here? Herbie! Hello, my friend, Traveling Robert, and to my Pelican Head family. Cheers to you, brother. And hope you're having are you still in Ocala? Hope you're having a great time in Ocala. We have to come visit. Hey, check out Davenport, Iowa. Yeah, I was actually nearby. But Davenport and the Mississippi River, yeah, it must be. I like Iowa. Oh, by the way, everybody say hello to my mom. Hello, greetings to everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Blessings, Thanksgiving, love and peace, Mom. I think Mom is on the mend already, so that's good news. You can donate Mini-Tini-4 to science and let Winnebago dissect it for future improvements. They're going to find mud from the Dalton Highway somewhere in between the floor and the underbelly for sure. There's still, I did a pretty decent myself, you know, and I suck at cleaning cars. But I did a pretty decent detailing the last time I was at Pelicamp. And there was mud, like, you know, the rear bumper where you're supposed to put the stinky slinky? There was caked in there, and inside the rims, and in the underbelly. Oh, you know, it's that brown mud that solidifies like cement. But I couldn't, you know. Davenport, Iowa is definitely in future plans. But what I really enjoyed was Dubuque, which is on the Mississippi River too. So, Tinkan Carl, howdy from the Rancho del Carl. Well, see you soon. See you soon. We're driving up soon. New to me, what is the Mini-Tini Lounge? Well, it's back during the lockdowns, like at the beginning of 2020, I started doing these virtual concerts online, you know, and you know, I do a little bit of, you know, standards, pop, a little bit of the music that I used to do when I used to do music full time, which is more Latin. So I do a mixture of both back there in the piano, and I enjoy doing them a lot. I mean, I haven't done it in a while, so I'm gonna be rusty, but I've been rehearsing, and I've been upgrading my gear and I have it here because I was transferring everything. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is an iPad 1, the original, running iOS 4.0. And that's what I've been using for the music since this iPad came out. You know, I pasted the lyrics into the tab for the MP3s, and so whenever I hit a song, you know, the lyrics show up. It's beautiful. And now I've been transferring everything to a newer iPad. Newer, it's an iPad Air 2 from like 2012. It's still old, but This is the thing. I can't sync this one with iTunes or Apple Music anymore. It's that old. So I had to upgrade eventually if I want to add the new stuff to what I do. And I'm gonna see if I can add some new music to, or at least refine what I have. And Mark Z Hammer, thank you for that super chat. Happy Thanksgiving. Don't forget to tip your bartender. Yep, very important. Traveling Brother, please decide on a time, either 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern or later. I don't know, I would have to ask Illy, but I think Sunday. I think 3 p.m. is going to be a nice sweet spot for everybody. You guys let me know. You know, I usually did them on Saturday, like at 5 p.m. Eastern, but to be honest, this Saturday is not going to work out. I have a lot of things that... Look, excuse me, this beer is good. Amy Robinson, this membership rocks. Oh, sweet Jesus, he said my name on camera. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it, and now you get to watch 2 episodes, and there's all kinds of... And I should do more of those outtakes and bloopers. There haven't been that many. But I'm gonna start doing more stuff, and you know, during the pandemic, I also did a couple of virtual meetups. You know, large Zoom meeting for all the members and patrons. We could do that too. I have like, I don't know, on a Wednesday evening. You guys let me know. Davenport, Iowa, home of the world's largest truck stop. Spend the night there once. One of the noisiest nights ever. Yeah, and I've been there. I don't think it is exactly in Davenport, but it's nearby, right? It's that I-80, Iowa 80. Yeah, it's on the outskirts of Davenport, just west of it. And I've spent one night there. But the only problem there, if you have slides, you know, the RV spots are very, very narrow. So this traveling Robert, is always busy now. Well, I've always kind of been busy, believe it or not. Yeah, today, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, yeah, we're having dinner with some old friends that we haven't seen in a long time, and the guy's coming to look at the roof, and yeah, we have. And there was a wine tasting at Happy Wine that we are not going to be able to go to. Apple is very good at making its products obsolete. Yeah, they do that, don't they? I mean, I have a relatively, that MacBook Pro, that you can't see it back there, but that MacBook Pro back there that I use for the Mini Teeny Lounge, it's not that old in the grand scheme of things. And it's the last Intel MacBook Pro, so now it feels like awfully slow. Jeffrey Reese, a song request from Carson City, Nevada. Can you sing Desert Rain? Wipe away the dust, though in vain. We're going to sing it at the Mini Teeny Lounge for sure on Sunday. Hey, the young RVers. Hello, everyone. Just now getting home from work. Well, glad you're home, glad you finished, and enjoy our... Someone likes my post. Okay. I'm easily distracted, I'm sorry. And Sandra Winters, traveler, did you know that the RV park you stayed in here in Carson City, Nevada, did a lot of upgrades? Love Sandra Winters and Jeffrey Reese. Yeah, I spent there. My stay there was kind of utilitarian because I had to do an oil change, which they took forever at the Chevy dealership. But the RV park has a casino next door, and they had prime rib. So, Mr. Robato, have you throttled the e-tricycle to 20 miles per hour yet? No, I haven't actually. I haven't taken it out again, but we're gonna do that. Now, we're gonna take it up to Pelicamp soon, and And it's just I have to read the manual, but it's just a couple of clicks and boom, you unleash the beast. Duke Chips song request Sucia by Los Sucios. Que rica song. Yeah, we gotta have to do Sucia. That was one of those obscure hits from the late 80s or early 90s, probably late 80s. I want to say that was like, I complain about Bad Bunny these days and all the music that I feel like is like, but we listen to some bad music in the 80s and 90s for sure. Pedro S., buenas tardes. Robert desde España. Saludos España. Vamos a España pronto. ¿Qué parte de Alaska te decepcionó en tus viajes por ahí? And he's asking what part of Alaska disappointed you in your trip around there. I want to say Utqiagvik, Barrow, but I was kind of expecting it to be non-touristy. I was just not expecting to see as much for lack of a better word, mess. But I did expect the town to be utilitarian, for sure. I don't think anything else really disappointed me that much. I mean, chicken, but it is what it is. Chicken is not really a town. It's a saloon, 2 RV parks, and the convenience store, and that's pretty much it. And you guys haven't seen chicken yet. Everything else, I liked. Yeah, for the most part. Bad Bunny got nothing on Disco, Doug. I tell you. Mark Z. Hammer, Minitini Lounge is usually a 2-hour affair. You gotta stock up enough drinks for that. Oh yeah, I already got me some scotch. Song request, Te Traigo Mi Son by Ray Barretto from Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto. I don't know if I know that one, but I could look it up. I bet Illy loved that E-Trike, Robert. Looks fun to ride. Yeah, she rode it for a little bit. I was just like, yeah, I could do this. Christopher, also, you like the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes are uniquely, but I'm sure you have them in Sweden, in northern Sweden as well, in the bush, right? If you look at it, the whole boreal forest of the earth and the whole tundra, the nature part, they kind of look very similar. The only thing, what I noticed, the difference in Europe, all these remote towns on the Arctic are a lot. In Norway, they're beautiful. They have all these little colorful houses, and it's like. And we went to this town. It's right next to the North Cape, which has a similar name to Utqiagvik, I think, if memory serves. Well, not really. It's called Honningsvag, right? Honningsvag, and very nice town. Right up there. It's farther north than the northernmost point in Alaska. And next, at some point, we need to go to Svalbard, right? Which is it's like 85 degrees of latitude north or something like that. It's something crazy like that. I'm trying to, 79, 80 degrees of latitude north, Svalbard. So at some point, we might go there. From John Eckert. Hi, Robert. Greetings from Oakhurst, California. One of the gateways to Yosemite National Park. Hope you can make it out there. Thank you for your travel videos. Yeah, I'm overdue for Yosemite, especially because Illy hasn't been there. In that 2019 trip, I was like, it's like my first trip, and the YouTube channel was growing steadily, and I'm like, we're gonna make this one do one, and I even went to VidCon, see if I could learn certain things, which I didn't learn all that much, but it was the experience, right? Um, and I said, on this trip, let's try to hit I spent a whole month in California, pretty much. Let's try to hit as many of the spots that I wanted to hit as possible. The main things. We did Yosemite. We did. I even went to San Diego to where they have the fence that goes into the ocean. The border with Mexico, southwesternmost point. I went to the westernmost point in the United States, which is Cape Alava. Lucky Dog Productions, hey Sue. By the way, thank you for moderating always. Thank you for being here. I had an incident on my e-trike, not an accident. It kept upright, but I did hurt my leg and foot a bit. Couldn't remember where to find the handbrakes. Old person brain fart. Well, and my thing with the trike, if you're used to driving a bicycle, at the beginning it was really unsettling because you're trying to keep your balance. You're trying to keep doing this, and I almost crashed. And then you realize, no, it just goes straight. It's like a four-wheeler. Christopher Olson, watch out for the polar bears in Svalbard. Only place you can find them in Norway. You are not allowed to leave town without a gun. Well, I probably won't have a gun, but I'll find me a Norwegian with a gun. How about that? Do I need a zoot to get into the Mini Titty Lounge? It's black tie only. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Roadies Roadhouse, greeting from Quartzsite, Arizona. There's already a lot of RVers here. I think it's going to be a busy and crowded year here, but it's great to be free in my RV. Safe travels, Robert. Let me tell you, I'm tempted not to go to Tampa and to go to Quartzsite instead, but we'll see. Hey, Robert Powell, I'm here but can't hear anything over the brewery noise and music. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I think there are like automated captions if you want to check that out. Yep. I'm trying to, the RV DJ, I'll be DJing Militini Lounge Intermission again as well. There we go, the RV DJ. Ken K, winter in Alaska, I thought heading north meant a trip to Pelicamp. Well, yeah, but there's this little phenomenon that happens in the sky called the Aurora Borealis that we couldn't see in summer because it never gets dark. So we'll see. I haven't made any reservations yet, but we're really thinking about it. My sister is in Anchorage from Davmar, and it is snowing there. Robert, looks like you split just in time, hombre. Well, we've been back for like two and a half months, but believe it or not, I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit of snow at some point this winter. The RV DJ, you want me to play Double Dutch Bus going down the street? Yeah, go play that one. Tap channel, any plans for local travels on Thanksgiving weekend? I'll be cruising between Sarasota and Marco Island starting in Monday. Well, we're going to head up to Pelicamp at some point after Thanksgiving. Getting a guy with a stump grinder, which is gonna grind the stumps or stump the grinds, and then we're getting a shed put in because my old shed got destroyed. Minitini One has been doubling as a shed at this point, and we're gonna try to make it pretty, Have you tried, Young Dave? Have you tried Celebration IPA by Sierra Nevada Brewery? If not, I'll send you a bottle or two for Christmas. No, I have not tried it yet. So yeah, absolutely, I would love that. We'll drink it at the Christmas show. Leslie Evans, hey Robert, what can we expect coming after Alaska ends? Well, Alaska is gonna get us through the end of the year because there's not only Alaska. There's gonna be an episode on Dawson City in Canada. There's gonna be an episode on the Cassiar Highway. We ended up at Hope, which is where they filmed Rambo. the original First Blood. There's going to be a long episode about Vancouver. We spent a lot of time in Vancouver, and then probably one of it's about the beeline coming back home. That's going to get us through the end of December for sure. And then there's the trip to the Hershey RV show, which we did several things along the way. Waynesville, Asheville being a couple of those. I did visit a farming show in Ohio, which is going to be interesting for those of us interested. Nobody really knows how high tech farming is these days, and it's good to know where the food comes from that we eat. And there's a couple more things. Well, M21, the Michigan meetup is going to be there. Even though I didn't film all that much at M21, but and then there's going to be some stuff that I'm going to film now when I go up to Pelicampo, maybe in January after the Tampa RV show. I want to do some videos in Florida as well, and we're going to be pretty much caught up by then. So. Dafmar, Robert, when are you going to put more Alaskan videos anyway? Surely they are edited, right? Wandering in Washington. Every Sunday. This Sunday is going to be, I don't even know. This Sunday is going to be, is this Sunday the Bears? I don't even know. Now I need to find out. And best way to find out is going to Patreon and go here. Okay, yeah, this Sunday is going to be the Brooks Falls. The Bears eating the salmon. It's a little some of it is a little graphic, but it's nature. It's the way it happens in nature. And then the following Sunday, which is already edited and done with, is Whittier, which we did a 26 glacier cruise that was amazing. And the one that I'm editing now, that I'm halfway through editing it, and that's the thing, if I'm going to be up in Pelicamp doing some work with limited internet, I'm not going to have time to, so I'm kind of working ahead, if you know what I mean. So the following episode is going to be Valdez, which was also very nice. We did a few things in Valdez. And that's the one that I'm editing now. After Valdez is Chicken, and that's the end of mainland and Alaska, if you will. So, Lee Bywater celebrating 23 months as a Chief Pelican Head. Thank you so much. Thank you. Executive producer. I have to look at my other screen to see the level. But thank you so much. El Fuego. Thank you for that super chat. Consider the Fur Randy Festival in Anchorage beginning February 22 is spectacular, and enjoy the Northern Lights. Well, we were thinking of going for that sled dog race, the Adirondack, what's it called? I had it somewhere in here. My memory today is really, really bad. The Iditarod. That's what we're doing, and it's March 2nd, so it's I don't know how long we're gonna be in Alaska for the winter. I mean, we don't even know if we're gonna make it. Everything also depends on my mom's health. So if she's really bad and she needs me to be here, well, we'll figure it out. Eric Taylor, thank you for that super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know why these things are coming out of order here on my other. This is Daniel Ruiz. Thank you for that super chat. Can you do Elvis Jailhouse Rock in Spanish? Oh man, I'm not even sure I can do it in English, but I'll try. Jailhouse Rock. Sierra Nevada has a gorgeous brewery near us in Asheville, North Carolina, worth a visit. Yes, I saw that. I was in Asheville not long ago. Lovely town. Asheville is a great town. We went to this tapas place called Curate. Oh, I guess you could pronounce it curate as well, but it has a like the accent on the U, so it's a Spanish place. Fabulous, fabulous place. And then we went to the hotel at the top of the hill, which is outrageously expensive if you want to stay there. But yeah. The dog race led team is the Iditarod. Yes. You know, today I'm having one of those days where I can't remember things. But yeah, I've been told that the Iditarod is not to be missed. So we're going to try to time it. So we do that in Anchorage, and then take the train up to Fairbanks, and maybe we'll see Northern Lights in Fairbanks, and then fly back from Fairbanks. Wait, do the Elvis voice one more time. It's a one for the money, one for the money. Young Dave Brooks Falls, how close are you to the Bears there? Do the Bears pay any attention to people viewing, or are they focused on the fish? Mostly on the fish. I want to say, I mean, you're standing on this boardwalk, right? It's like a platform, and sometimes they walk right under you. And the water, it's, I want to say 25 feet, and the falls, I mean, maybe 100 feet, maybe even less. So they're fairly close, and you know I have the big zoom lens, so and Mark Shellhart, the Iditarod ends in Nome, and is considered. And it coincides when they're doing the Gold Under the Ice Discovery Network Bering Sea Gold Show. And Nome is, I was watching, I haven't checked, I'm sure this is like prohibitively expensive. But there's a Northwest Passage cruise that departs from Greenland and ends in Nome. Wouldn't that be something? You know, you get to see polar bear, and you get to see all kinds of interesting things. We'll see. Maybe I tell them I'm a famous YouTuber and they give me the cruise for free. We'll see. I don't know. But come to the Black Hills, Rapid City. I will go back. But I already spent quite a bit of time there last year. So it might be a year or two before I go back to Rapid City. But we'll be back. I love that area. So. From Masood Karim, hello Robert, happy Friday. I'm late today. When are you planning to hike Mount Whitney? Believe it or not, yesterday or the day before yesterday, because I have to organize my thoughts. There are so many things that I want to do before I'm senile, So, and I opened the Word document. It's called bucket list, for lack of a better word, and I'm adding, all those things that I really want to do. Within the next 10 years, let's say. And Mount Whitney is one of those. I have to learn how to pitch a tent before doing that. But with the next 1 or 2 years, I want to start doing some of those. I categorize them. By the way, Daniel Ruiz, thank you so much for that super chat. Remember, you sing, don't be cruel, too hard, that's true. I don't want no other love. I miss you. Yeah, for example, in the international category, this is what you can expect from traveling Robert for the next 10 years. There's a category overseas, RVing in Spain, and while we're in Spain, in another trip, the Camino de Santiago, the way. Italy, British Isles, all Western Europe countries, Australia in an RV, New Zealand in an RV, Baja in an RV, the British Isles in an RV, and attending Caravan Salon in Dusseldorf. It's like their big RV show. In the USA, US 50, Route 66, Road to Nowhere, which is US 83, which goes up and down the country, and it goes literally no major cities or points of interest. Do the rest of the extreme points like the Northwest Angle, and in Maine, Fort Kent, which is the end of US 1, that kind of thing. Do all the capitals and most of the presidential libraries, and follow the books Blue Highways and Travels with Charlie. As far as hikes, Grand Canyon, Rim to Rim, Havasupai Falls, Beaver Falls, that's in the Grand Canyon, Mount Whitney, and the C&O Trail, hopefully with Jim in DC. Off-road trails, I'm still a work in progress, the Mojave Trail, White Rim, and then in the ocean, I want to do a transatlantic cruise, an Antarctica cruise, a North Pole cruise, and that Northwest Passage cruise. We'll see. That's within the next 10, might take longer. You know, the cruises I can do that when I'm much older, so we'll prioritize the hikes and and the drives. But that's kind of my bucket list for the next 10 years. Trailer traveling, we have New Zealand on our bucket list also, probably 2026. There you go. Jen and Wills, throw Maryland on that list, won't take you long. Yeah, and this list is more like difficult stuff. I know I'm going to do Maryland, and one of the things that I really want to do in the United States is in Virginia. I want to do Jamestown and Colonial Williamsburg, that kind of thing, you know. Shelby Moore, love your cooking part of your videos. I have learned new recipes. Thank you. No, you're very welcome. At least climbing Mount Whitney when you're senile means you won't remember how hard it was. Well, there you go. Maybe I'll have the video to remember by. Traveling Robert, remember to sing Desert Rains. Love Sandra Winners. Thank you so much. And more Elvis. Yeah, I have to do more Elvis music. Hope you don't mind the plug from Dafmar. Are you familiar with Outdoor Boys? He's an outdoorsman and retired attorney and makes world-famous videos for YouTube, much like yourself, but outdoors. And one of the things that I want to do for the podcast, I want to start, maybe interviews. No, I don't think I'm such a great interviewer in that sense. I might get better with time, but, conversations, like what I had with Gord last Thursday. I'm going to be having those weekly on the podcast, at least while I'm still somewhat static in Florida. Hey, I'm ready for any of it. Let's go. We got to do at least one of those, right? We've been talking about it for such a long time. I've been talking about it for a long time, and we have to do it. I used to live in Bishop, California, and always regret not climbing Mount Whitney. And this is the thing with Mount Whitney. Mount Whitney is a lottery system, but if you do it right before the beginning of the season or right at the end of the season, it might be colder, you may get a little more snow up there, but you don't need to do the lottery. That's what I understand. So, by the way, Bishop, California, what a lovely area. What a lovely area of the world. Young Dave, Mount Whitney, Grand Canyon, Rim to River hike tip. Try to schedule when there's full moon. That way you can start your hike before sunrise and still see where you're going. That's a great tip. I might need to get me a camera like that Sony Alpha A7. I forget the exact name that you can shoot in moonlight. So I can share it with you guys. Desert Rain, Elvis voice. I'm losing my voice here. I'm talking too much to you guys. It's almost time. Just a rain, wipe away the dust. The Traveling Man, thank you for that super chat. Greetings, Traveling Robert and fellow Pelican heads from St. Albans, Queens, New York. I'm looking to buy some land in Arizona for my RV. Please say hello to my wife, Valerie, please. Hello, Valerie. I'm looking to buy some land in Arizona too. I don't know if I want to be neighbors with Nomadic Fanatic and Camper Van Kevin and our friend Anthony or Asha. What do you guys think? Those are the two areas, right? We'll see. Mount Whitney is very difficult because of the altitude. Yeah, that's why they recommend on the way up you overnight, kind of halfway up, you make a base camp. And that's what I want to do. I've never pitched a tent. I've never pooped in the forest. So I don't know. So we'll figure it out. John Mason Smith, how about a meetup at the Tampa RV Super Show? Well, inside the fairgrounds, they're doing influencer meetups. I don't know exactly how that's gonna work. If not, we'll just go somewhere nearby, you know. Jackie singing Desert Rain like Elvis, so funny. And the Gatlinburg, Hussey, any tips for a newbie YouTube channel that wants to do this full time one day? Hello from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Smoky Mountains. Well, do comment on live streams of other YouTubers. That always helps because you get your name out there. And other than that, good content, consistency, and good thumbnails. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know exactly. 61 Cari Aja is more centrally located. That much is certain. Yeah, Sholo is kind of out there, in the middle of the White Mountains. So. That's not bad, Robert. Yep, I was wrong. I hear the Elvis. Hey, you plan on coming to Florida in 2025? Love Sander Winners, Jeffrey Reese. Well, check it out, Florida. You're going to like it. Although, we don't have any mountains. And where you are, you're surrounded by mountains. So, I don't know. But we have nice beaches. And if you're getting mountain sick, we have one mountain in the middle of the state called Sugarloaf Mountain. And I forget how tall it is, but it is the highest point on the Florida Peninsula. We call it Sugarloaf Mountain. It probably doesn't deserve to be called a mountain, but compared to the rest of Florida, it's the highest point and the most prominent point in the U.S. state of Florida. 312 feet or 95 meters above sea level. But it's the highest point in the Florida Peninsula. There's another highest point. It's right by the Georgia border, so that one doesn't really count. That's just because it's going up to Georgia, right? Big James Lade from South Central Kansas. We gotta go back to Kansas at some point. Hey, Earl Willett, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. We gotta go up to Pelican Lake next summer for sure. O2 MP, I live about 70 meters above sea level. Well, right now, where we are, and I have this nifty, old Kia used to have an altimeter, which I miss a lot. But right now, we are 18 feet above sea level. That's where the Flagami studio is located. I believe Pelican is around 10 feet above sea level. So, and most of Florida is, except the Orlando area. Central Florida, you have a little bit of rolling hills. Same with the Tallahassee area. But Rob on the road. Always thought the highest point in Florida was held by the person on the tallest step ladder. Probably. Well, the highest point in the Florida Keys is the trash dump. What's it called? The landfill in Key West. The landfill in Key West. It's called Mount Trashmore. That's what they call it. It's the highest point in the Florida Keys. There's a mountain in Miami out along the turnpike. Oh wait, it's the landfill. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, the only natural hill in Miami that I've seen is around Coconut Grove. There's once you go up Grand Avenue, you go up a hill and then it flattens out. I think that's and there's one by Little Havana. There is like a tiny little hill. I think those are only natural hills here in South Florida. So Big Jim Slade, aka Santa Claus. Robert, when we lived in Naples, we were 8 feet above sea level. Fortunately, we were 10 miles inland when Hurricane Ian struck. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be 8 feet above sea level by the coast. 82 feet above sea level in San Jose. There you go. That's almost like the highest point in Florida. Oh man, well, I'm gonna start wrapping this one up. It's 7 p.m. Oh, man, time flies when you're having fun. And Bubblies, you can't take that trike with your Travel Plus. You don't look very cool or as cool as you do on the regular bike. Just saying, yeah, if I'm gonna see if I can get some kind of rack eventually or find a way to put it in the back of the truck. Otherwise, we're probably gonna keep it at Pelicamp and just use it to go to the grocery store, that kind of thing. So, oh, the RVDJ, 125 feet above sea level. You win, you win. What about Mount Dora? That's a lovely area there. You know, Lake County. They have the rolling hills as well. You know, it's that whole central Florida. So everybody, the RVDJ says last call for alcohol. So we're gonna start wrapping this one up. I'm so glad you guys joined us once again here on a Friday, and let's plan. Hold on. Let me put this back. I don't wanna break my 35-year-old guitar. Give me a sec here. I usually have Mr. CLT here doing all the links, but since he is not traveling Robert, I want Robert Morales. Here we go. I want you to bookmark this link and subscribe. That's where the Mini Tini Lounge is going to take place on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 6 p.m. Western Europe for the most part, 5 p.m. or 1700 UTC. And closing time, one last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. I like that song. We all want to take me home. How does it go? I forgot. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna sing my song and we'll say goodnight until Sunday. Of course, Sunday we're gonna do two things. Sunday I'm gonna do the premiere at 7 a.m. Eastern, and then we'll do the Mini Tini Lounge at 6 p.m. at 3 p.m. on the other channel. Well, I bought this at looking at the Mandalorian. I bought this, you know, I had been in this country maybe for a year, maybe a year and a half, and there was this record store on Little Havana on Calle Ocho, 8th Street. It was called Do Re Mi Music. And I used to buy first records, then CDs, mostly CDs already at that time, And they had these two guitars on the top. They said, yeah, well, ask, well, how much that guitar? And this is like a pretty good Spanish, classical guitar. And I believe it was like $200 or $300, something like that. It was relatively cheap, and I'm like, I'll come back next week. Because I didn't have a good guitar at the time, so. Desert rain, wipe away the dust, go in vain. Desert rain, all turns into mud, no it'll rain. And the wash turns into a creek for a split. and the flowers grow for split. In the desert rain I see. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV, yeah, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, in case I don't see you. And other than that, I'll see you next Friday. Same time, same place. We're probably gonna still be here next Friday. Have a great weekend, and see you Sunday at the Minitini Lounge.